Hey tennis, welcome to this video. I'm so happy that you're here because I want to answer the question, why does my guitar sound like crap? So this is a question that can be answered with several answers. But before we do that, I want to recommend you to take a look at the description. There you find my guitar crash course, which will show you and help you with your first steps in your guitar playing. It will help you even if you're already an advanced player. A lot of tips and tricks, a lot of music in there. So check it out. It's absolutely for free. So let's start now by answering the question, why your guitar sounds like crap. The thing is, it can have several reasons. There are several reasons why your guitar may sound not good, or you think, well, this does not sound at all like I want it to sound. First thing might be that your guitar is out of tune. I mean, this sounds kind of easy, but maybe you have not heard of a tuner. It's an easy thing to put it on your guitar. This is a clip tuner. Whatever, there are several ways to tune your guitar. You can also have a smartphone app, and you really need to check out if your guitar is in tune or not. I mean, I will just detune one string and you will hear how crappy that sounds. So you see, I mean, all the other strings are in tune, but one detuned string in there, not good. But I have another video where I show you how to tune your guitar and what ways they are. So this might be reason number one. Make sure your guitar sounds really in tune. Next thing might be that you push too hard, that you push your chords too hard on the fretboard. Your fingers are too aggressive because you're not used to those kind of movements. And this can be a reason. I mean, take a listen if I play a chord way too hard. How much? The sound differs when I push too hard. I play a normal chord. I can detune the string by just pushing too hard here. You hear that? And if you do that on several points of the fretboard within a chord, it can really sound out of tune. When I play with a lot of less power, it still sounds good, but not that. A slightly detuned guitar might become an even bigger problem if you push too hard. Same thing could be that you don't push hard enough. I mean, this could happen. I just played a G chord and none of the frets I should press down were pressed down enough. So it sounded like I only hear the middle strings here where I don't have any fingers on, so but the rest is kind of killed, so it sounds really crappy. Or you have one note that is ringing and the others aren't, like, or making this noise. This always has something to do with the position, how your fingers push down and where they are placed. So take a look where your fingers are pushing down. If you say, for example, that your middle finger is supposed to push down at the 3rd fret of the E string, make sure it does it here, right before the 3rd fret, and not right there. I mean, you have several points within the 3rd fret where you can place your finger. Try to be as close to the next fret as possible. Not on it, that's also not good, then you will sound pretty dead. But if you're really close to the fret, it's the easiest spot to create a note. I mean, you have to adjust it a little bit so your fingers all can be in the ideal position, but this could also be a reason that you're creating not proper tones there. To check that out, check your chords, play one string after the other. So those three things are the most common problems beginners have when they want to play the guitar and they say it sounds not so nice, it sounds bad, my guitar's shit or whatever. Don't always blame yourself, of course. I mean, there can be something wrong with your guitar, that maybe the action is too low or too high. That might also be a problem. You know, the distance between the string and the fretboard. If the action is too low, it might sound buzzy and you will just have those noises because the string touches the frets at spots where it's not supposed to touch the frets. But the action could also be too high, so it's really hard to play on the guitar because you have to push down with so much power that you get the notes sounding, but still they sound detuned because you're pushing down so hard again, and it makes it so stressful to change between chords. So your guitar can be a problem in that case and causing problems, but most of the time it's you. Now, I'm also just kidding. It might just be little things that you can alter and make you sound way better. Also, I always recommend to make dry exercises between chords. Take two chords, for example, like A minor and C, and make a dry exercise changing between the positions of the fingers without playing anything. Do that for 20, 50, 100, 200 times, whatever. In your tempo, try to change with the fingers all at once and really take a close look to your wrist and your hand, how it's holding how the hand is holding the neck, and try to have a natural hand position there, as natural as possible. I mean, we're doing something really weird by playing guitar to our hands, but you know what I mean. Take a look here, it's no crazy angles here in my wrist or something. The fingers work as economic as they can. They are as close to the frets as possible, not being here, but your C chord should be somewhere here. And of course, there's a stretching issue. Warm up your hand a little bit by doing something like this, for example, so you get some blood into your fingers. Then they're a little bit more flexible. Warm your hands up. It's really necessary if you're a beginner to get used to those stressful moments for your hands. So those are all reasons why your guitar might sound not as good as you want it to sound. And I hope I could help you with all those tips here. And if you can't get enough of how to learn to play the guitar, check out my crash course in the video description. It's absolutely for free. Tons of tips and cool lessons in there. And check it out. I'm Hannes and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.